And we back with another one. You know what I'm saying? Think I'm gonna stop? Hell no. That's what I don't do. I'm just gonna keep on going. But I got a great message. I have a great message. I have a beautiful message. Yeah. Ah, where do we start? Where do we start with this beautiful message right here? You know what I'm saying? Sure, we're gonna let the people come on in. Heck yeah. More importantly, right? I wanted to talk about pain. Yeah. Yes. I feel like it's time to talk about this now. Yeah? I feel like it's really time to talk about this because I realize certain things about pain. Don't get me wrong. Some people kind of like, they like look at pain like there's something wrong with it, right? And you got to understand, like, there's a difference between pain and agony. You know what I'm saying? For me, I kind of look at pain like, you know how you have pain when you work out? See, that type of pain is healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's building muscles up. Now I feel like in if a muscle, right, can feel pain while it's building, right, the mind goes through the same process as well because the mind is a muscle as well. So it's like, how can I say this in simple terms? I feel like when we go through different things, right, I feel like with pain, it gotta be more of pain like within versus pain on the outside. Like, I feel like this in life. People want to see you lose. That's not pain. That's fake pain. Let me show you why it's fake. Because on a simple fact, why would you allow your emotional system to feel the same pain of what others want you to feel? That's not real pain. That's not. That's not real pain. That's fake. Because on a simple fact, they're only using an emotional attachment in order to trick the technology of your mind out your own reality. That's fake pain. That's not real pain. Because if you're not giving attention to it, then it don't even exist. Real pain, I feel as though is something that's within yourself, something that you have experienced, right? And pain don't have to be bad. It can be something great because you could have pain within you, right? And not actually understanding that forecasting the pain on the next individual, you're making them greater than you. Yeah, because you're basically showing that they have a light that you don't have. And I understand with a lot of people, the psychology of Americans, it's only really designed to like really like I guess like I'm not gonna guess. I know the psychology of like Americans is really to like practice self-destruction amongst themselves. But what they don't really understand with the technology of their mind is that when you let's say you're going through pain, right? Majority of people that I start to understand is that it can become a sickness in a way because what a lot of people don't understand is that if you have a mindset where you tear yourself down, then of course you will want to tear others down. That that right there, that is sickening to the mind. That's a sick mind. Something's mentally wrong with that mind. It is. Because on a simple fact, the only thing it feels though is it should forecast its pain onto others. I mean, that's your whole existence. That just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I start realizing like the pain from people is fake. It's not real. Like let's say if you're going through something mentally and you can't control yourself and you had to like force it onto me. That's fake pain. That's not real. Yeah, that's fake. You want me to feel how you want me to feel. How you want. Right. That's fake pain. That's not real. That's fake. You think that's real pain? That's not real pain. The average person that's going through that, if they went through real pain, they probably would die. Yeah, that's fake pain. That's not real pain. You think real pain is something that I'm upset, so I want the next person to suffer? That's pain? That's not pain. That's fake. When did people ever think they had power within that type of system? That's like you're in your mind and you know someone outside outshines you consciously with information and data based on the technology of your mind and what you install. Intelligence. Did you install intelligence in order to become intelligent? Maybe not. See? So what that means is every time you try to do something upon that person, their light of who they are becomes better. It does because you're giving the energy to them. You're giving your light towards them now. You're not going to use it. I soon realized with a whole bunch of human beings. I was playing this game with these human beings. It was so funny. And it was like, yeah, we're going to make you hurt. We're going to make you go through pain. And I was like, great, amazing, awesome. Went through the shit and I was like, that's all you got? Like, so all y'all have is a mind that's torn down mentally. You don't have the ability to reprogram it with intelligence, right? Basically, viewing your issues that you have within your inner self, coming to an agreement in order to destroy those issues, and then moving along with it. Most people use the technology of their minds to collect issues. This is sad. And then forecast the pain that they hold in their mind onto the next being. Wow. And that's justice in your mind? I know what I would do. Get a whole bunch of get a whole bunch of money, move away from all the assholes. Thank you. I'm good. This shit is funny. Pain. It's the most fakest thing I ever went through with people. It is. Pain is not real amongst human beings as a whole. It's not. It cannot be. It's not. It's just not real. It's not. Like if you got a mindset that want to come, say you got a mindset that's already, you have a mindset that's torn down, right? You can be that. But if you try to use that against me, that it don't even have no effect. It just don't. I just look at it like it don't even exist. Like human pain as a whole don't exist at all. To me, it just don't. I don't. I don't see how it exists. It just don't. Because what I'm saying is, if someone's conscious is already going through pain, and then they want to forecast pain on the next individual, you're not looking at what I'm looking at it. They're holding on to the pain. Thank you. Like that's why I say it's not real because if that's like you holding on to water that's 100 degrees and it's burning your skin. If you hold on to it, you're the reason why it's burning. Thank you. It's the same way with pain. You gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? So I understand things with a lot of human beings. A lot of human beings' minds was probably destroyed, or whatever the case may be. But it doesn't give you access to actually say where I went through these things and this is the reason why I am today. That's not an excuse. That means that you're consciously weak. That's what it means. It means that the demons that are within you have already overtaken you already. So you don't have the conscience to fight back. That's what that means. Okay? That's what that means. Okay? Majority of people are too weak to fight back. They are. Why do you think they're trying to fight the next individual? Because they don't have the energy to fight what's within themselves. Thank you. You understand? And what is within, right, could be something that's trying to hold that self down. You know what I'm saying? Most people face that. Most people do. Most people are attracted to the light, but they can't never become it. You know why? They're too focused on trying to control the light. See what I'm saying? And you got to think, if you ain't got no light, if the light get away from you, you back in darkness again. Damn. So With that being said, and then some people are kind of talking in the comment section as if you're actually talking to them, not talking to them at all. I'm talking about pain. Someone is talking about negative energy. Those are two different topics, aren't they? Right. Did you peep that out? The person is having. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They're all right. I want them to realize that they're having their own personal conversation and they're sharing it on the internet. I'm talking about pain. Negative energy, I'm not talking about at all. I'm just talking about pain and how pain with human beings is not real. That's what I'm talking about. So while you're in the comment section, right, and you writing what's on your mind, that's all great. Make sure you write something that's on the topic, okay? Thank you so much. That little mind up there was kind of off topic. I thought I was talking about negative energy. You could have simply just asked me whatever the case may be. That's it. Certain minds be kind of, I don't know, on their own little wave. Like, oh, we're talking about pain. Oh, negative energy. Like, oh, negative energy and pain is. We're not talking about that. We're talking about pain. How did you put in your mind negative energy if he's talking about pain? Whoa, that's what your mind does? Oh no, I just want to know what your mind does. You can do whatever you want with your mind. Shit, I just want to know. This shit is crazy. Oh, I'm like, people be thinking we be having the same type of conversation. We could never have the same type of conversations with each other. We're wired totally different. We're wired totally different from each other. So let me show you that way you can understand. That way when you try to connect with me on the conversation, if you can't connect with me like this, then you'll understand there's no connection, okay? Okay. So I don't want to talk nothing from that department. No? Mm-mm. I'm A-okay on that department at all. All those little kids right there, I'm all right. Now, let me ask you a question, right? I'm going to say this. Now, this top of the subject, it's going to get a little bit more deeper, okay? This is how I personally um, view certain things and get different type of, how can I say, um, perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Hear me out. In the beginning, you're going to hate me for saying this shit, okay? At least I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you about how I feel, okay? You need to know this about me, okay? Everybody does. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just understanding things about myself and I express as myself. As, you know, some people choose not to, but I choose to. So these things that are things that you probably never heard of. What I would simply say to you is this. The things that I'm talking about, right, is the things that I'm coming out of consciously. So I have to talk about these things. Okay? That way you can understand what I came from in the past and where I'm being led to. Okay? Okay. So let's talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. This is only my self experiences. Not looking for no sympathy, none of that. Okay? All right. So let's talk about pain, right? Now, this is the thing in my life, right? I have experienced pain in many different sectors of life, right? And what I started to realize and understand is this. I said to myself, I said, you see this stuff that be happening on the TV? Like, yeah, like, you know how they talk about different things, like, different murders, right? Like, let's say something like George Floyd or different murders that happen, right? This is what I always say. Let's say, let's say you have people that feel some type of pain about that, about what happened to George Floyd, right? A lot of people say that was wrong, right? Now, this is the thing about it. Being that people have felt pain from that murder, or however they feel, right? This is what I say. How is it that when you all watch this, the murder that happened to George Floyd, right? You all say collectively, this is wrong, right? This is all wrong. This should not be going on. I hear you. I do. I hear you. Can I ask you a question? You see how people are dedicated to this situation, right? How people feel about it, how it transpired consciously, the effect that it had on certain people's consciousness. That's that's your pain of what you went through. You see how you look at that image and you say that's wrong what they did. Well, I feel the same way though, but it's about a different image. Yeah, it's about the image of the Christ. Yeah, see, that's the pain that I feel. You see how your people got murdered right there? You said that's wrong. Yeah. Well, my people went through the same thing. That's wrong. So, can I ask you a question? Am I supposed to care more about George Floyd than I'm supposed to care about the Christ that I know of? I'm just asking the question. I mean, you do have pain about that, right? I mean, if you do, I understand that. But like, you feel like in your mind, with my mind, I should feel the same pain you feel when it come to that murder. But you don't feel no pain when it comes to the image of the Christ, though. You don't. Picture to step in front of you. George Floyd's what? Skin of bronze, what? Short haircut, what? Dark eyes, that's what you're gonna say? Then when I say eyes of flame, hair of wool, skin of bronze, that's the same shit. As I said, bro. It's like they want you to hold on to pain of what they created, but then the true pain of how you feel, and then when you express it, you like, bruh, your perspective is brazy though. I ain't even gonna lie. You're saying the story of George Floyd, describing the image of him, and then putting the same picture up of the Christ and saying, what pain should I go with? The one that created me, or the pain that the system want me to feel? Because them people that had the pain, right? The truth is, the truth is, oh, fuck the image of the Christ. They don't like when I talk like that. That's too much truth for them and shit. Not what I say, what I'm watching. I know you see those crucifix thingies on their neck. Come on now. Stop playing with me. I know you seen the t-shirts with the faces on it. The rappers be rapping about that, right? All right. You think you live, what world you live in? Oh, okay. Look like a big ass shoe. Look like a world that, whoa, whoa, whoa. Mm, 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 mm. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, so let me correct your tech real quick. First off, I's not black, for one. So please don't put me in that market, okay? So, two, let me go ahead and get you right real quick. There are zero blacks in heaven. You're right about that. You said that you're inherently evil. Um, I would say that I'm not inherently evil. What I simply did to you all was simply as this. In the first life, you decided to want to go against the Christ in the first life, right? So there was a debt that you all was supposed to pay. You all gave away your eternal souls. I know that being that you gave away your eternal souls, I give you a book called the Bible, and I understand the technology of your mind. The technology of your eye is analyzing and recording the data of what you're viewing, which is the Bible that I created in front of you, in order to download information and data of your mind, in order to synchronize it and connect it with the technology of the moon. That way, when I come back and I see that you destroyed the truthful image of the Christ, I will destroy you all. So, inherently evil, no. You all inherit the evil that I'm coming to destroy. Thank you. Simple setups. I did that to you. I just use different tactics to the technology of your mind to make you think I'm just a regular black man talking on the internet. Don't mind me. I'm crazy. I take pills. I go to a mental institution too. There you go. Give them all the illusions that they want. Shit is funny. So, with that being said, if you can say something a little bit more like with intelligence, right? And show me how intelligent you are. Got it? Because it looks like intelligence popped out and the individual with their subconscious had to show their own mind. They don't know enough information and data just yet. Okay? So let me do something for you real quick. All right? There you go. Whoo, 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 whoo. And I would say that a lot of you men that are literally raised by your mothers, I feel as though your mother shouldn't even put you on the earth. Just being honest. I'm just being honest. I feel as though all sons that were birthed by their mothers should not have came to this realm at all. I'm gonna say this: all sons that are raised by their fathers are way better sons that are raised by their mothers. Okay, that's the truth. Let me show you this right here. Watch. You remember the movie called, what is this movie called? Not Minister Society. Boys in the Hood. I'm gonna show you a perspective that most people don't talk about, so you can understand something. And there's a movie called Boys in the Hood, right? It's a great movie. I'm not gonna lie. It shows you some great perspectives if you're really watching it for perspective. If you're just watching it because you're just a hood booger, you're not going to get intelligence out of it. I would simply tell you the movie has a lot of intelligence in it. Okay, it's not just hood people playing in there. They're showing you certain things. So the perspective that I had to understand within Boys in the Hood is that the mother, right, that was raising her children, all her sons got killed. They all died. All of them. That's the truth. The one little light skinned one that was raised by his father, he's the only one that survived and went to college. So that lets you know in the system, A lot of the mother's children get sacrificed in the system. And the ones that are raised by their fathers have a little bit more in them. They probably gonna get by. That's the truth. So what I do like in this ram is that the mother actually raised certain sons that actually get sacrificed by the system. Yeah, I like you for that. I'm not gonna tell you to stop doing that. You're never gonna stop doing that. Anyways, you know why I say that? Let me show you something, son. Let her raise him. Let me show you the tech right here that she don't know about herself. Can you raise your son? Yes. That's a good mind right there. She sure can. Let me show you. The technology of her, she has two double X chromosomes. Her son has an X and Y chromosome. How can she raise him if she don't have the same information and data within him, within her? How can you raise a Y chromosome woman if you don't have the Y chromosome within you? No, no, no. You stay right there. No, you stay right there. Raise your son up right here. Go to prison right here. Backdoor his ass right here. 25 years to life right here. Setups. That's what your sons get every time. You notice I'm not in there, right? Damn. Okay. So all sons that are raised by their mother, perfect. Perfect world for a perfect prison, isn't it? Thank you. A lot of cemeteries in this bitch. That's the truth. And if you don't want to listen to that, go over there and go listen to that artificial tech across the street. Thank you. Understand, white comment section right here. If you feel some type of way, understand this is my live. You don't have to come here. You can reject yourself out of here. Okay? Thank you. That is the truth. That most people never talked about the boys in the hood. Like, that is actually true. The mother's sons, right, across the street from the sun, right, like the moon, all got sacrificed. Ricky! Hmm, I want to, you know what? How many mother sons get sacrificed every year? How many y'all go in the cemetery? That show you the playing field. Ain't that some shit? Like, hold on, no, no. You want to be underneath your mom? Yeah. Look like they only go to two playing fields. What are those playing fields? Either between prison and the fucking cemetery. You're a good mother. You are. You know how many motherfucking cemeteries I can get out of this woman? You are a good mother. Yeah, you are. You know how to sell your people out real well, don't you? I'm not mad about it. I'm just capitalizing off of the bodies and shit. Yeah, it's all good. No, it's all good. As long as you keep doing that, we keep making the money together, it's all good. Don't look at me like that. I'm in the game to make money. If you're in your own nation, and I understand that your own nation is sacrificing itself, of course I'm going to make the money off of it. Which you thought was part of your nation, right? I know. Everyone think I'm does, but I'm not. I identify as DNA, not the race card that's installed inside the technology of your mind. Understand that? Okay. We are two different entities. We are not the same. Humanoids are only designed to identify as a lie to the technology of their mind. Pay attention to the tech. What are you today? Black Power Ranger. That's what I'm talking about. Black Power Ranger. What's bragging with your tech? I'm Black Power Ranger gang. Black Power Ranger gang. Can I ask you a question? Are you identifying as a lie or a truth? Pay attention to the setup, the oppression that they put on their own people. Setups. Can I ask you a question? Are you lying as you identify as a lie or as a truth today? Do you oppress your people as the identity of lies today? Let me know today. You people went through oppression and shit, right? Y'all don't oppress your old people, do y'all? No. With that identity that they claim right there, it looks like they oppress their own people as well. It definitely does. How is it that the technology of your mind claim a color, but the technology of your DNA say you're something else? So you people actually lie to the technology of your own minds. And then you want everybody else to follow the lie that are within all of your minds. What the fuck is that? Huh.
They got a little kink in their armor. I see that. It's easy to knock that shit down. That's why everybody say, "What you gonna do? Play the black card on me?" And I say the same shit too. What you gonna do? Play the black card on me? You gonna play the black card on me? You black. My DNA says I'm something else. The technology of the mind wants to identify as the truth, not a lie. Just because your nation identifies as a lie has nothing to do with me and my nation. Do you understand that? All right. Uh, and then let's pay attention to the tech of the natives. Black people and native people are two different beings. No, they did not lose their identities. They infiltrated the technology of their mind, right, with the traitors' identities. Pay attention to the tech right here. When it comes towards the word black, then we are not those. The only black people that are here in America is simply as this. You see your Africans, the lost tribes have lost themselves, so they don't even matter. We matter, okay? So when it comes to black people, we know who black people are. Black people underneath your U.S. immigration system, which is the early immigration system that was used in order to bring certain individuals that you think that look like us are a part of our culture, right? In order to fight us, in order to invade on us. Africans were used in order to invade on the natives that are here. We fought a war with the Spaniards. We are Seminoles. Do you understand that in the state of Florida? You understand that if you claim the color of black today, you're a lost tribe. We understand. They don't have their identities. The reason why they don't have their identities is because they signed into the identities of the masters. Their minds are conquered. Lost tribes. Have a nice day. Black people are your Africans, your Jamaicans, your Haitians. Do you understand that? That are used in order to come over here in order to fight the natives that are here. The reason why you don't know what I know is because you signed into a system. That system is designed by your conqueror. If your conqueror give you something, it's only to conquer the technology of your mind. Understand? So, the things that y'all claim today, you can claim it. But always understand that these so-called black people that are natives, they're not black people at all. They just claim a lost identity. You understand? They're not lost. They're definitely not lost, baby. Ask them about their Christ, and they'll let you know they're definitely not lost. They're fighting against something, not the system, but the system that's within. There you go. Y'all have a nice day with that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they have a nice day with that, or what the case may be. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth, baby. You understand the system, right? That I stay away from. Okay, it's that when you pay attention to the culture that I have developed myself out of, the culture, and I'm not complaining about it, but the culture will never become anything. The reason why that is, the hearts of the culture is filled with so much demonicness. It's filled with so much self hate. You can literally give it a knife and it will attack itself. You understand? So, this is why I had to walk away from that culture because the culture that's within me does not practice that. No. Just because your enemies have done something to you or done something to me doesn't mean I pick up the knife and give them the victory. This is why, respectfully, I say that we are not sisters and brothers amongst each other because we all went through the same fight, but for some reason I didn't want to give up. So that's where our costs are cut differently from each other. I'd rather go the long route and to keep on fighting, but to surrender, I'd rather die. I don't see the point in. You got to understand, with certain tribes, we are not maybe made the same way. Seminoles as a whole, we never lost a war. So you got to understand, as a Seminole, if we never lost a war that you never heard of, then that bloodline is just warriors. So a warrior, looking at it from the standpoint of, if I have the opportunity to fight, I'm gonna keep fighting. I don't understand surrendering. I don't know what that is. I don't want to understand what that is. And I'd rather destroy it. That way I don't have to understand what it is. I don't. Because that's a conquered mind now. That mind can be used, twist, and bent to anyone's will. You understand? So, that's just the truth of what things are. You know what I'm saying? But like I said again, pain. You understand? Pain, Everybody talk about pain in many different variations of ways, but when you start understanding true pain of what individuals are experiencing on this earth, that's that tech. I'm trying to tell you, for real. That's that tech. I'm trying to tell you. That's a different, I never heard no one say that before. You use the perspective of George Floyd and then use the perspective of the truthful Christ and then brung both images to the people and then said, you know how you feel about this? Well, that's how I feel about this image. And then the people looking at you like, yo, both of the images is the same. Yeah. So how you don't feel what I feel? Ain't it the world that we live into today, baby? Ain't it brazen? People say, oh yeah, we don't care about the truthful image of the Christ, but the minute I speak about George Floyd and tap into your pain and then show you the same image of the Christ that I'm talking about, oh shit. Oh damn, bro. Oh damn. Mm, mm. Remember, I'm not here to like make friends. I just want to show you something. You understand? Just show you something like, while you tripping off of this right here, and I ain't saying you ain't supposed to trip off of it, but you got a whole nother line that's tripping off of this image. Hmm, ain't that something? Ain't that some shit? You tripping off of George Floyd, and bro, like, oh, I'm tripping off the truthful image of the Christ. Yeah, eyes of flame, hair of wood, skin of bronze. You can't tell me as my culture I can't trip off of that. Look at what your culture doing. I mean, none of these cultures that are here, they're not gonna fight for the image of the Christ. Somebody got to do it. Shit is crazy around here, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. This world right here, what I tell you. I've been living, but yo, it's like I done seen so much in a short time. For real, bro. I be looking at certain things just with a perspective, just understanding like, so real quick, just real quick. The George Floyd image matter, but the image of the Christ don't matter? Bruh, bruh, wait, where you taking us at? Oh, I got you right here, baby. Setup. Black life matter, but Christ's life don't matter? Checkmate. Hmm. George Floyd is a black man. The identity of black matters, but the identity of the Christ don't matter. But then when you say you're black towards your own conscience, then that's not the identity that's within your DNA, though. Damn. It's crazy how they try to play this game. Make them matter and not make Christ matter. Damn. Damn. The one that created them all don't even matter to them. And you know, out of all of them, it had to be one of them, right? That had to do something consciously to create all of these motherfuckers. And you telling me that one don't matter no more? Well, I guarantee you, as he going through his awakenings, he gonna rain fiery hell on this shit. I know he is, bro. A lot of people don't be thinking he gonna come back, but he be coming back every time. He come back every timeline, every timeline. He always, everybody know like he always come back, and you'll never see it coming. Trying to tell you, trying to tell you, bro. I ain't trying to say live in fear and shit. I'm just saying, right? At least you got the message. Know what I'm saying? At least you can't say ain't nobody tell you and shit. Know what I'm saying? So you gotta always remember that because he was the first. He was the firstborn. And you gotta think, he was the first that inherit this earth first. Everything else that's on the earth, bro, came secondly, bro. Like human beings, all that shit, bro. All that shit came after that. He the creator towards this whole world. Yeah, him and his father, they the ones that created the mother. A lot of people don't understand that consciously though. Because human beings, they stuck in the third dimension. So they like, oh well, I got pregnant and so I created the son and the father, and it's not that way. They still stuck in the third dimension consciously. I understand that though. When I was stuck in the third dimension, that's all I knew. That's all I know. So I can understand their perspective. Their perspective is they think that being that the woman, right, can hold the energy of him and now present it to the world. Oh, she's the creator of him. That's not that. Yeah, that's not that. You're gonna have to I can't even go into that with people. I know the truth about it, but I can't really go into that with people because a lot of people they stuck in the third dimension, so I prefer them to stay stuck there. Thank you. If I don't dispose my hand, you can't argue with my hand. Setups. Damn. I ain't show you my hand. You don't know what I know until you let go the third information and data of what you think you know, and then get reinstalled with further information data from the third dimension to a higher dimension, then yeah. But right now I can see inside that noggin. It's mama got that noggin already. Yeah, mama got that noggin all locked up. Yeah, you gotta follow the mommy. Yeah, you gotta follow that. Follow what your mommy told you, okay? Let's understand what she told you is keeping you in the third dimension of consciousness, okay? All right. If she understand what I understand, she consciously with herself would have no choice but to agree. And if she went to herself would tell her he's 100% right. And the reason why he can master you is he don't need to go through you in order to master you. I don't need her as a student to master her. I have her forms of information and data already within me. Even though you call her a her, I don't look at her as a her. She's a double X chromosome. I don't look at her as a she. I'm just using that word so you can understand what I'm talking about. Translation. Okay? So that right there is a double X chromosome. This right here in front of you is an X and Y chromosome. The reason why I'm able to master her without her even being in front of me or even being within my existence, I have the X chromosome within me. Understand? So I have her forms of information and data within me already. Understand? All right. It's easy tech. What they say already to the legendary ones. Oh, it's easy to master her. You already have her within you. What? Yeah, you master yourself, you master her. Oh shit. So I don't have to play with her. You don't have to do that part. You just understand things with yourself. There you go. Got it? You got that right? All right. Shit is brazy tech out here in this world. Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this. Slow down real quick. Slow down. Come here real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. Can I say this? I hear that a lot of people bringing up the word KID with an S right there. I want to say this to a lot of kids in the world of what I've been experiencing. Okay. And I want to say this to the adults as well. I have a message for the both of you. Okay. Because the things that I have been experiencing, I'm looking at the parents and I'm also looking at the children. Okay. Around 2023, right? This is just something I went through. Okay. I went through a situation where basically I was going to a store, right? When I went to the store, basically about to get me a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? Some Cheeto jalapeno Cheetos. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Them shit's good, right? About to go get me some of those, right? I go get the chips. I walk out the store. A young black boy walks out of the store, right? And he says to me, he like, yeah, your shoes are ugly. So I just gave him a thumbs up, like, swear to God. I swear, bro, I ain't got no reason to lie. Like, I'm an individual that I understand energy of when someone is trying to tear someone down because they're already torn down. So I don't really go with the energy. I just kind of just, yeah. I know it's a response from people where they're like, I didn't expect him to do that. I'm trying to tear him down. And it's like, well, it's not really working. It's not. So gave him a thumbs up like this. And so the little boy got more angrier and was like, yeah, that's why you need to die. And I was like, I heard those same words before. So I want to say to children, right? Just because you're a child, who you could be speaking to could be somebody ancient to you, okay? And so just because you're like young and you play like you don't know nothing, to wish death on someone that you don't know, what happens if that same death comes back? I'll tell you a story that's so true so you can understand the world for what it is. You can wish death on me as a child, and it's okay for you to do that. I will never take away your voice or your requirements of what you want. It's okay for you to do that. You know why? Let me show you another world. There's a world one time I was with a girl, right? Met her in high school. She used to have a bad mouth too, just like that. I used to say things to her like, yeah, you're acting like a bitch. If you stop acting like a bitch, I'll stop calling you a bitch. And so what she used to say to me is, yeah, that's why you need to die. And I used to be like, okay, great. One day, I told her, this is when we first met with each other. And this is when I knew, as the human race, humans are very disgusting because it gets more dirty than that. I remember I told this girl, I said, yeah, before I got with you and shit, I had a sister. She was she was a baby. And her heart, she had a enlarged heart. So her heart was too big for her actual body. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up passing away. I remember this girl told me, yeah, that's why you need to die like your dead ass sister. I'm like, whoa, I know the ancestors hear that on the other side. Hmm. Well, this is what I will say for a lot of people that try to forecast death upon me. It doesn't really work at all, and it's very dangerous. I'll show you. The woman that I was going out with, she had a mother named Elaine Joyner. She died. She had a sister named Ida Boyd. She died too. She had a niece named Diamond. She died too. Every day you wish death on me, the death always get returned back to them. So, be careful for what you wish for, because God will give it to you, because that's the requirement that you want. Oh my goodness. I used to look at her like she's not going to stop. No, she's not getting it. Humans are very terrible beings. The mind rots. And when the mind rots, you know what it wants to do? Tear down the next one. And you're telling me it won't stop. This shit is crazy. Anything to hurt you. And then all the hurt turns on them, bro. Nothing happens to you. Everything get returned on them, and they looking at it like, how did this happen? Hmm. Maybe if they knew the technology of their voice command center, right? And the commandments that they're putting in their own mind, that's the experiences that they're going to receive. Told you. Yeah, you think you're talking to me, right? I know. I know. The game of self, baby, I tell you this, it get real wicked when you're playing against yourself. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you, okay? Just because you're in this world and you're like, yeah, I'm here to be like tear down people. You can do that. Ain't nobody gonna tell you can't. But you gotta always understand yourself is watching you. And yourself may have a connection with other selves that are truthful. Just because you're playing as the lie doesn't mean that the truthful self can't sacrifice you. You understand? So when you think you're playing against me, yourself that is connected to me can play against you. You understand that? Just because you're on this side, you may be a lie. Don't mean on the other side that you ain't the truth. You understand? All right. Bad boys. The truth coming for you. Truth coming for you. Bad boys. What they gonna do? Yeah, what game you think you playing? Yo, these people funny as a motherfucker. These people think like this, yo. These people like, nah, I'm the only twin. Oh my god. Listen, you might want to check in with yourself sometime, okay? All right. No, if a motherfucker tell you you might want to check in with yourself, that means you might want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, you want to do that. You want to definitely check in with yourself because you don't want to be playing against yourself. Because then yourself is like, oh yeah, you doing this, you doing this. Oh yeah, you about to have over 3 months of bad days. And then a motherfucker thinking in their head, why am I experiencing why am I experiencing all this? Because your self loved me. You shouldn't have came after me. I told you that. Didn't I tell you didn't I tell you that yourself loved me? Just because you don't have connection with yourself, don't mean that yourself won't look out for me. Hold on, stop. So you saying only if you knew the universe around you. Ah, damn. Stuck in that third dimensional box down there, ain't it? The one you sleeping in. The third dimensional, it's a bed. Shut the fuck up. It's shaped like a box, okay? All right. That's what we sleep on, boxes, ain't that right? We just magic trick our minds and say, we sleeping on the bed? Uh-huh. The bed is shaped like a goddamn box. Ain't that some shit? Now, come here. Let me show you some shit right here. Can I ask you a question? Now hold on, slow down with your conscience. I'm gonna slow it down for you right here, okay? I see a couple of new breeds in here. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right in there? Thank y'all for coming by. No, thank you for coming by. Whatever you want to put in the comment section, I don't give a fuck. You know that, right? All right. So I want to ask you a question, right? Now you know I gotta be comical about this, right? All right. I know you never heard of this one before. Okay. You're new to the table, ain't you? We gotta make you laugh, okay? Can I ask you a question? You see the people that's outside, all the little beautiful human beings and stuff, right? Don't look at me like that because I call them human beings. That's what they call themselves, okay? So, can I ask you a question? Are there conscious? Is the conscious of human beings? Is it alive in 2026? We're in 2026, right? It's 2026. Is it alive? I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna try to magic trick me. You gonna say, yes, it is, bro. You tripping. Well, you need to get your ass in that damn hospital. Where your pills at? You need to get your ass some meds. I know what you're gonna say. I know you're gonna say that. And it's okay for you to say that. But just hear me out, okay? You know that song. I ain't gonna even go through the song just yet. I'm gonna just show you. One day I was looking at this girl, right? And I wanted to date her. And I invited her to my house. And I was having an awakening while all this was happening. Okay? So hear me out. I said, yeah, girl, come on over. You know what I mean? We're gonna chill, smoke, whatever the case may be. Come on. So she came on over and stuff, right? We're talking, chilling, politicking, everything going on right. You know what I'm saying? Until I don't like, I'm be honest with you, I don't eat meat. Like I don't really like I don't do that. Okay. So I'm not used to people eating meat around me. And I haven't been watching people eat meat because I just be at the house. So I just really watch myself eat. I don't really watch people eat at all. I don't. I don't. So I invited her to the house. She was like, I was like, you hungry? She like, yeah. So I invited, I basically um ordered some DoorDash. And I told her, I said, yo, you could order from any restaurant you want. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people got different selections and shit. You may not like what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I ordered me some food. She ordered her some food. And so I'm eating my food, but I'm looking at her eat her food and I'm like, what's wrong with her? Like, what? Why she's eating that? The stuff that she's eating is dead. What? It's dead. Like, that's not chicken. It's all dead. Why is she doing that? I don't want her to be my girlfriend. Yeah, I don't want it. I'm sorry. I just had to waken in front of her out. Can you get her out, please? Please. It's freaking me out. Can you please get her out, bro? Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you I had to get this girl away from me. Like, I had literally a whole awakening in front of this girl, and I had to keep myself together, bro. I'm like, she's like a fucking monster. She's like a fucking demon. What the fuck? And she's just gonna eat this shit? Like, yeah, bro. I'm like, yeah, get her away from me. Yeah, get her away from me. Yeah, get away. That's why I don't date girls that eat meat. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. If you eat meat, I'm gonna run away from you. I like my shit is different. So like in your third dimensional world, you're looking at it like, oh, bro, just tripping. He needs to get his fucking meds and shit. Like, shut the fuck up. You're eating something that's fucking dead. And you're telling me that your conscience is alive, but based on the information and data of what you're eating, right? The technology of the meat is going into a decay state. So you're going to eat something that's going to decay? What the fuck is wrong with your tech? That's disgusting. Yeah, that's nasty. I don't care about none of that. No, it's not decay, it's going. That's the thing. Why would you eat something that's going into the state of decay? Because it's going to put the state of your mind into a decayed state of mind. What's wrong with you? You don't know how death works? Setups. You believe that death is real? Setups. Do you believe that you're eating death and the technology of your mind based on the information and data that you install that's inside of the chicken? Setups. You believe in death. You eat the chicken to death. Setups. Shit is brazy tech if you ask me, bro. Real spill. Like, bro, bro, I kid you, bro. I had to really I had to keep myself together. I'm looking at her like, bro, I'm literally eating my fries, like, yeah, watching TV, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You're gonna fucking wake up today. Like, no, I'm awakening. No. You're gonna wake up some more today. Like, I want to wake up tomorrow. Yeah. You want this to be your girlfriend? Like, yeah. Why you listening to that song with Uzi? You talking about the song when you talking about everybody dead? Everybody dead. I don't care if you cry. Everybody dead. Bro, I had a girlfriend. Then I had to go in the past and I had to sit there and I was like, so my girlfriend in the past, she was dead, bro. She ain't dead shit. She is dead consciously. She's dead. Just because her little body does the fucking robotics and levitate up and stand upright, that's just the fucking computer programming that's downloaded in there, bro, that's playing. That shit ain't real. Who the fuck eating dead animals and shit? That's not a motherfucking ritual? Huh? Ah. That's why they want me to go back to sleep in this bitch. You too fucking conscious. Shut the fuck up. Eating dead shit. Talking about something they not no dead motherfuckers. Come here right here. Setups in your shit. Come here. Wouldn't demons eat dead shit? Ah, a demon right there. Dead. Let me ask you a question. They for God, ain't they? Right here. So that's that flesh that you eating, that fried flesh. That's not flesh that you eating. No, it's just a bird. The bird got flesh. Fuck you talking about? Stop playing with me. Now come here. Let me show you what the demon's doing. Come here. If it's a demon, wouldn't the demon go over, would try to destroy an angel? They're eating wings. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, baby. They're eating your thighs. And they got breasts too. Slow that shit down. What the fuck you just said to me? They got breasts and thighs, baby. And they got wings too. Can I ask you a question? Sit ups. Wouldn't an angel, right, that you would say there's a female, which is the double X chromosome, wouldn't she have wings? Wouldn't she have so called breasts and thighs? Uh, picture look a little bit more clear, don't it? I know. I know. What? That's what they're doing on the earth. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Some wicked stuff. It's some wicked shit, if you ask me. Yeah, they said I have his logic. Thank you. Conscious, right? Straight conscious right there. Like, if you're consciously alive, why would you eat something that's going to make you conscious of death? You're eating dead chickens. That shit not clucking in your stomach. You're eating dead chickens. That shit dead. Is that the reason why you believe in death? Because you eat things of death? Setups. High tech shit, ain't it? High tech shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful what you put. Always understand my technological mind. Understand? You know, I say psychological. You ever heard of technological? You never heard of that before? I'm psychological, technological at the same time. Okay? So you gotta understand the tech. Pay attention. Setups. What's that right there? That's the plant. What is that right there? It's a body. Setups. I made you call them two separate things in order to create separation. That's how your mind works. Now watch how I make the plant and the body the same thing. Watch. This is a plant, right? You have a body, right? They're called two different things in order to create separation. But what's within the both of them is that plants can have a vitamin code system and a mineral code system. That's what you got to understand. The technology of your body has a vitamin code system and mineral code system. Pay attention. When it comes towards a higher level of form of what some people are into, when it comes towards information and data, as in grounding, pay attention to the plant. What's at the bottom? Roots. What's at the bottom of you? Feet. pay attention to how both of them are the same. The roots, right, has a connection with the conscious of the earth. The conscious of the earth sends information and data through the roots towards the plants. Your feet, you call grounding. Are you just doing one word? How are you just doing one word? I put it in front of you what you're doing. The technology of your feet are implanted within the earth. You think you're just putting your feet in the earth and just sitting there? You're not requesting information and data from the planet? You're not receiving information and data from the planet to yourself? No? Oh, I know. Maybe you're still stuck on one word and not the actions of what you're actually doing in order to understand the upgrades that are in front of you. How are you I'm just grounding, just put my feet inside of Mother Earth. Yes. You're not just doing that. The technology of the plant explains exactly what you're doing. The plant understands consciously, like, yeah, the same thing that I'm doing is what you're doing. You just don't understand yourself consciously. Setups, roots, and feet, both. What you have to understand is that the roots, right? It it has the ability to receive information and data from the consciousness of the earth, now transferred from the roots, right? Now into the plants. Let me rephrase that one time. From the conscious of the earth, now to the roots within the plants. 3 steps. You understand? Now, pay attention to yourself. Your feet are very identical to roots. You just don't look at it as that. But you can implant your so-called feet within Mother Nature, right? Right. So if the technology of the plant is receiving information and data, okay, that you can say is water, you can say um, sunlight. You don't have the ability to do the same. Maybe you should look at yourself a little bit more different. I'm done. They should probably do that. They should probably do that because, on a simple fact, I understand when it comes to grounding, you're not doing one word. You could never just do one word when it comes to anything. You're just doing one word. What you have to understand is this. Let me show you this. Watch so you can understand. What is this? This is a book. What am I doing to the person? You're going to say, you're explaining it as a book. That's not what I'm doing to you. What I'm doing to you is I'm stonewalling the information and data to you. I'm making your conscious, right, only understand things by one word. Does that put your conscious into knowing the functionality of it? How it's functionable? No. Okay? Watch. Earth, planets. What did I just do to you? I gave you 2 separate words, right? But you're going to say they all refer to each other. Setups. Now, let's pay attention to something else. You're going to say, is the earth flat or round? I'm going to say, what is the functionality of the earth? So I can be functionable with it. It's levels of intelligence. It's not proving of who's better than who. It's just levels of intelligence that you got to understand. You got it? So that's just it. You want to know flat and round. That's great. I want to know the functionality of the earth. Yeah, so I can know how to function with it. Get some great intelligence from the planet of network of information and data setups. Okay? That's where you live at. You don't understand that? Your planet, right, has forms of information and data all through it. Pay attention to the data. Watch this. The technology of your water right, within your ocean systems. That water transfer information and data all through there. Just like the technology of your 90% of water that is within you. Pay attention to the setup, watch. You make coffee, don't you? Like, yeah, watch this. When you take the coffee bean, right? When you take the coffee bean and you combine it, right, with the water, don't they become one? Yes. In order to transfer the caffeine within your water, so guess what? You can move a little bit more faster, right? I understand. Isn't that how water works? Isn't that basically how water works? Waters can be enhancers or de-enhancers. It's just like the water Pepsi. Um, what? I know it ain't real water, but they say it's good. Yeah, I can't drink that stuff. I'm all right. Yeah, that stuff tastes. I'm all right. I don't even want to do that to my mind. No, no, yeah, no. I don't even want to do that. I'm all right. Pepsi? No, I'm okay. No, yeah, I'm all right. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I could tell after everything that happened, for some reason, I had felt tired, and I was telling myself, I was like, I'm not tired, and I literally had to get up within probably 3 hours to go do what I need to do, and I'm not even tired. Like, I'm literally on live at 2 in the morning, bro. Usually I'd be asleep, but yeah, you know, I'm probably up the whole night, bro. Right? I don't feel the sense to want to go to sleep right now. Yeah, I just don't. Some days I don't go to sleep. Oh, that ever happened to you before? Where you just don't go to sleep? You ever had that experience before? Oh, hey, let me ask you a question though. Right? You said you said bro said we are all just stardust. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever seen your stardust self? Let me know. You ever seen your stardust self? Bro. Bro. Yo, listen, Astros be beautiful, bro. I swear. It's many a ways how people say it, but it all refers to the same thing. It does. It really does. It's all the same shit. Like we'd be like, oh, I call it this, and you call it that. But when we all viewing it, we like, oh, it's all one thing. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's just some people call some other people might say your astral. You know what I'm saying? Some other people may say your soul, right? Your aura. They all refer to each other though. Yeah, it's your inner self. Yeah, let that come on out to the world. Yeah, let that shit come on out. Don't shelter that shit. Hell no, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, why everybody say that? They be like, no, 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 no. Yo, bro, I remember I was talking to this one dude. He gave me this look, and he was like, now you know that shit. I'm like, hold on, stop, slow down. He like, no, 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 you know that shit. You know that shit, bro. I'm like, but the way he gave me that, bro, he gave me that look like he turned around, looked at me like, you know that shit, huh? I'm like, yeah, I know what I know. He like, nah, you know that shit. Yeah. Like, yo, you know how you know something? It don't matter what it is, right? You just know, right? Motherfucker give you that look like, no, you know, huh? You know that shit. Then they give you that look like, where that shit at? Tell me. Like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? With that type of shit, I feel bad for that individual. I'm gonna be honest with you, because they probably been in the game the whole time trying to hunt for the truth. Where the fuck it at, bro? Bro. And then they hear it from someone. Hold on, stop. We get that from. I know that truth ain't counterfeit. I've been looking for that right there. Like, I could tell you've been looking for it, motherfucker. You sniff right after that. You damn, you want that motherfucking truth, don't you? Goddamn, boy. I'm gonna give you that shit right there. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Uh-uh. Come here. Let me show you something. You said read, right? Pay attention to the data, right? I'm not setting you up, okay? Just pay attention to something real quick. Did you see what you just put in front of yourself? Slow the data down. Do you re-add a lot? I'm not coming at you at all. I just want you to be aware. R-E-A-D. That's a re-add right there. Why would I re-add it if it already happened? Data points. Oh, oh, look at his face, bro. Look at him. He like, I ain't hit him. I'm just letting him know, like, you see what you doing on your end, right? All right. You see the word right there in front of you. Now watch, slow. Now we spelling words, aren't we? We spelling words. Words can be spells. I just broke down the spell that they put in front of you, bro. Let's get another setup going for the tag. Blood said, "You know that shit." Yo, blood, yo, blood, funny as fuck. Blood, funny as fuck. Blood said, blood said, yo, blood said, "You know that shit." What the? So you multi-dimensional language? I got the tech. I got you. It's the way how you put. You making me laugh. It's the way how you're putting it in the comment section. Yo, bro, funny as ever. For real, that is a good laugh. Thank you for that humor, bro. Swear. Thank you on that end. Thank you for that humor. Swear, bro. For real. I needed that. Like, yo, I'm done. He's like, you. So you know that shit. So you know that shit? No, 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 no. Stop. You know that shit. Oh my good. Oh my goodness. It's like meeting lost brothers. Yo, I swear it's like meeting a lost brother. He's like, hold on, stop. What you just said? No, you said this. Like, yeah, it's okay, bro. I got you right here. He's like, hold on. So you know that shit? Well, it's like it's like meeting a motherfucker like me. So you know Taekwondo. So you know that shit. So I'm not the only one. Like, no, I know how you feel, bro. I know how you feel. Like, yo, I'm done. That's how this world be, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. That's how this should be. I'm gonna give you some data points real quick, right? I'm not trying to spook you out. Okay, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Okay, I'm gonna let you go second. Watch. If you don't understand what we're doing in front of us, you'll understand by watching. Okay. Now, spell. Spell what? Church. 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 Understand what I just said was spell, right? Okay. And then I spelled out a word called church. Church. Data points. CH stands for channel. U stands for you. The R stands for what you are doing. And then channel again. Channel. You are channeling. That's what church is. Now, what you're turning into. That's a scary sight. That's They say Fredo in the cut. That's a scary sight. You might. It's a scary sight. Now, if I just told you that part, you should probably get to thinking in your mind frame like, hold the fuck up. What the fuck you just said to me? Well, slow that shit down. What you just said? I said church. Church. CH stand for channel. Like, the television channel. You are. You are. And then channel again. Channel. You are channeling. The funny thing about it is, why is the pastor not telling you? This motherfucker stacking racks off your bodies and not even telling y'all like, yeah, y'all have the ability to channel into different things while you're here. What? No, no, the fuck we're not. That's what demons do. Oh shit! The congregation of the church said it's demon work if you channel into something, even though they got channels on the TV. Setups. Okay, pay attention to the setup right here. Let's get into it a little bit more. Right? When it comes towards channeling to things, right? Oh shit. Oh shit. You might want to be careful. Yeah, you might want to be careful because it's the thing, right? When it comes towards a baptism, baptism, okay? You gotta understand, right? When you go through a baptism, there's water on the outside of you. You need to ask, why would they put water on the outside of you? Do they use the water, right, in order to attack the water that's within you? Setups. Pay attention to the setup. Watch. The water that's around you while you're getting the baptism, right? Your pores, what your pores do? If I pour water on your skin, won't your pores intake the water? Mm, mm. You're not thinking about that, is you? I know. You think you getting in that pool of water, babies? Can I ask you a question? Why is it that when people go through a baptism, right, it seems as though they start to fight something real quick? What is attacking them in that water? Damn. Uh huh. Probably start looking at church a little bit more different. Why would they use clear water? Is it because the vibration at water throws off the technology of your eyes of what could be attacking you spiritually? Huh? Trying to push your energy out the vessel and put itself in there? Make you play like its own puppet, and you're thinking you're living that fucking life and you're not. Fucking hacking, if you ask me. Yeah, sick shit. Bunch of wicked motherfuckers, and then they do this shit to kids. Mm. You know how many kids trapped on this RAM? Mm. Wicked shit. They be happening to kids inside the church right there. Yep. You be thinking that kid's still inside their vessel. Shit. And probably a hard drive, hardwire that motherfucker. Uh-huh. And then the pastor gonna say, "Oh, he don't know what he talking about. Shut the fuck up." Ain't nobody gonna sit there and just make some shit up like that and then break it down to you. They not telling you, they breaking it down. Mm. What you need to ask the pastor is, right? How was he able to have a connection with God and give y'all all these different messages? hmm That's what you need to ask right there. I ask questions. That way I can know what people are or what entity they connected with. You understand? You don't want to sit there and be doing something with someone and they connected to something that you like, what? I would never be a part of some shit like this. Shit. They got motherfucker in there. Know what I'm saying? Shit. Russ said channel true programming. I'm done. I'm done, bro. Said channel true program. I'm done. Like, you gonna channel something? Channel that damn truth right there. Now I'm fucking with that, bro. For real, for real. I would say this. Shout out to everybody that came by to the live or whatever the case may be. This broadcasting was great. This broadcasting is brought to you by I'm done. No way you are saying this. No way you're saying this. Listen, I gotta say this shit. Let me say this shit now. Okay? I love when I say this shit. This live is brought to you by General Y God. Yes. I have a new energy drink that is coming away. Listen, all this is like different shit that I'm gonna be saying in the future, so I like saying this shit. I have a new drink. Yes, it is called this. What is it called? It's called this. This. It's called yeah. Oh, done, bro. It's called yeah. No way. I might bring that back out again. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They might gonna tell you to throw the okay on there. I'm done. I'm done. I might have me a whole drink called yeah. Yeah, that's all you gonna want to say is yeah. You ain't gonna want to say no to nothing. You ain't gonna want to say no to nothing. I'm trying to tell you. Your girl tell you like we're gonna go to the amusement park and just be two big ass kids. You like yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right there. That's the way you gotta say it. You can't just say, yeah. No, you saying it too that's too normal and shit. You got yeah. How you do that again? How I do it? You gotta mimic. Yeah. Yeah? No, you saying it too normal again. Yeah. 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 No way. Now you getting it a little bit better. There you go. That's how you gotta say it right there. Yeah, people be saying that shit too damn plural. Yeah, throw a little bit of nice sauce on that shit. Yeah, throw some nice words on that shit. There you go. Right there. Yeah. 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 I say this, y'all. Right? That's what I will say. It's about to be a very hot summer. Okay? Very hot. So this is what I'm telling you. Make sure you hydrated. Make sure you get as man. When I say, bruh, the sun gonna be like, damn, how much solar energy do you need? Damn. Like, damn, you always outside. What? I just want to make sure you're not alone. Yeah, nobody say nothing to you and stuff. Nobody even care. I care, bro. Just sitting there. That's what I say, bro. We need to like collectively. You know what I want to do one day, even with my fans, if they're on this level. I would love to connect with them, get their phone number, call them,
We all sit on the phone and we just talk to the sun. You be like, bro, yeah, I want to go through that experience. You be like, bro, they just sit there and just talk to the sun the whole day. They just talk to the sun the whole day, bro. I be doing it myself. I just naturally do it. Like I be out, I just go outside and just look up at the sun and be like, yeah, I miss you. Like, where you been at? Yeah, like I be telling them to move all this stuff out the way and stuff. Yeah, cause you beautiful. Like, no way. That'd be my kid self though. I can't stop that. I don't want to stop that. Hell no. I remember them days when I was smaller. I used to do this shit, and so I'm like, what? Why stop? Became that dope person now. Now you're a dope. You know, ran off on your kid self. It's just like, remember Toy Story? Remember Andy when he ran off? He ran off on his ass. He like, man, I got a whole new toy. Fuck that toy over there. Fuck, I got the space thingy. See, that's what happens. And we don't realize, like, yeah, we run off on our kid self. No way. So I'm like, fuck all that. I'm gonna pick my kid self back up. Hell yeah. I feel like I should do that though. I'm gonna run into some people that want to do it. I am. Not everybody not into that shit. I ain't everybody's not into that shit. So you got it. So it's gonna be a selective few that be like, nah, I actually do that shit. And we should better, you know what I'm saying? Just talk to that shit. Just, no way. I might just do it myself. Start first right there. Go on live right there. Bam. Talk to the solar. No way. Damn right. I don't have the need to really talk to people too much. Not too much. Not saying I'm trying to just say fuck them completely, but more of, and what I mean by that, as in only like the ones that know what's going on. Yeah, but outside of that, nah, I'm all right. Hell no. This shit was crazy. Hey, he said Andy did Woody wrong for real. He did though. I ain't gonna lie. He threw his little ass in the back, like, man, forget this toy. Word, I got the space shit. Hell yeah. But it's crazy because as adults, we do the same thing. We'll throw our child self like, oh yeah, I want to be my child self. I'm an adult now. Fuck you talking about I'm all grown up. Like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, you should not do that. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Please don't. Don't. Because it just makes the world completely fucked up. Because now you're making a world where, guess what? You threw your child self on the floor. Guess what everyone's thinking? They should do the same thing. Now we have a world that's dedicated to just silly shit, and it's not really dedicated to children. It's not. The time frame that we live in today, this shit is not dedicated to children. No, it's not. It's not dedicated to children. It's definitely not. It can be, you understand? But it has a lot of individuals that want to fight about the dream that we are in. You understand? So what matters today is what doesn't matter to a child. It doesn't. If you ask a child, does it matter that you does it matter to you if you want to pay bills? The kid gonna say, hell no. If I had the opportunity, I wouldn't pay that shit. Thank you. The kid looking at like we got so much infrastructure, we got so many things that we can do besides be sit here with a system of paying bills. It just don't make sense. So much stuff we could be doing. We could be fucking, you know how much stuff we could be doing? And it's a free energy planet with free information and data. Do you know how many planets, man? I ain't even gonna say nothing. They don't know what they sitting on. This shit is a diamond. And then people don't understand what they are sitting on. You got a whole planet with free energy on it. Free energy. Free. And we just sitting here consciously like, no, it's okay. It's okay that you charge me for bills. It's okay. Like, that's not okay. The energy is free. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm not talking about this stuff for no reason. And I always say, I feel like in America, they're not trying to, yeah, I'm saying it right. They're not trying to hide this. Okay? I was supposed to say it the other way, but it came out like this, okay? And so that's we're gonna leave it like that. So I feel like they're not trying to hide the truth of where it's gonna go with. You understand? So in America, I feel like we we on the brink of like we I feel like technically like right now I know for sure we are within a conscious war. I understand that. But when it comes to war, I always had to understand because like I'm not how can I say I'm not like a I'm not gonna say that either. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. You know. Anyways, I'm gonna just say this, right? I may not understand every tactic in war, but what I do understand within wars is the question that I got to answer to. I always say, I was like, do wars become psychological first, and then they become brutal second? And it's like, being that I'm living in this time frame, yes, I can literally say psychological warfare is fought first in this time frame. Then here come the, kaboom, and you know what I'm saying? And I can understand that consciously because this is what I will say consciously. And you got to hear me out when I say this because this is the deepest truth I've ever seen in front of us. That people don't even understand what's really in front of us, bro. I'm not making this into what some people think I'm trying to make it to. Hear me out. And then you will be like, bro, you're telling me everything that happened the first time is happening again right in front of us, bro. Now pay attention to this. The whole time I've been watching the immigrant thing, right? I'm just watching the immigrants, bro. I'm not watching the white people and shit. I'm watching what the immigrants doing. But then it started to click to me. I was like, hold on, stop. Oh my God. No way this is in front of me. Like, yeah, it's in front of you. Like, so you're telling me like the people that came over here to infiltrate this land, right back in those days, they have some correlation with today. They do. Watch. These people invaded this land. They came here with other immigrants. If they did that the first time, why wouldn't they not fight for them now? So the people that you say are from Europe or white people, do you understand they came over here with other foreigners that you call Africans, Haitians, Jamaicans, right? And you don't understand that them same people is standing up for all the immigrants. I'm not saying, let me slow it down. I'm not saying all white folks. Just pay attention to certain states and you understand certain white folks. Thank you. Okay? All right. Because sometimes they get to looking at me. You talking about all of us? Come on, bro. We fuck with you, bro. Like, I'm not talking about y'all. Like, oh, okay, 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 okay. God damn, they done fucked y'all up too, huh? I know, I understand. No, I understand that you got certain white people that actually know who the true Christ is. And they will actually fight for him. That's why they tell you ain't got nothing to do with color. No, I don't. Okay? I don't. White people got hung too, you know that, right? Yeah, they don't show you that part. But I know that part. White person know like, so you, you know. Yeah, they just showed more pictures of them doing it. Right. To make it seem like it's just this. No, they got hung too. Yeah. Certain ones that wanted to fight for the truth, Oh, they hang your ass. They don't give a fuck about your fucking color. That's just how they get down. They look at you like you're a traitor. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you over here fucking with them and shit. Well, fuck your ass, boy. You told you. You would never think that was in the inside. Like, hold on, I thought he was all this. No, they not, bruh. It's just like when it come to us, bruh. You like, no, y'all the same. No, it's not, bruh. What am I doing? Oh, no, you doing high tech data. I ain't never heard no shit like this. Okay then. What they doing? They doing low tech data. Okay then. It's like this in everybody's like how can I say everybody's country or culture, right? You know what I'm saying? So you have an upside to the culture and a downside to the culture. Yes, this is the way it is. I guess shit is crazy tech if you ask me. You said so. They are all immigrants, and that is the tribe apart from race. You know what I'm saying? Right here. And another blast. I gotta get up in a little while and handle what I need to handle, do what I need to do, so we can get to the next game. For real. I'm telling you, this shit gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Let's see something. I'm gonna go back in some. I'm gonna go back to the top. See what they're talking about. Yo, they were commenting a whole lot in here. I wasn't even reading this joint. Bruh said he like this every day. Chill, he good. I'm done. Yeah, that was. Anyways, right? He said, bruh, drop the loke. Uh-huh. If he didn't know what he's really saying, he'd be like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Bruh said, son never almost replies to the chat. And bruh, they don't be like that. They don't be like that, bruh. I just be on one. You know what I'm saying? So when I get the information and data, I'm just loading up, bro. Word, it don't be like that. Why did you get triggered? I don't know what they talk about. I was wondering why he wouldn't address the kids in Africa. I want to see that. I was wondering why he wouldn't address the kids in Africa. Right. So after I told you, right, how you say they kids, I hear you. But I seen certain kids do certain wicked shit that I would say they not no fucking kids. Yeah, I know what kids are. I know exactly what they are. Just because you're small, right? It doesn't mean that you're a kid. Yeah. Just because you're small doesn't mean that you can't be a wicked motherfucker in that small vessel. That shit can be a magic trick. Okay? You can't fool me like that. Okay? So I understand like certain kids, you may think they're kids, but they're not fucking kids. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. hmm I'm gonna say this as a whole. I realized with myself, I could not believe this shit. I could not believe it, bro. I was literally sitting there like, wow, they even got they even got kids to hate me. Yeah. I was just sitting there like, wow, you're no way. Yeah. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is why I don't sit there, kids. I don't sit there confused, none of that shit. You can watch what someone goes through. You just look at them like they're fucking crazy, like there's something wrong with them. I don't look at it like I don't look at them like there's something. I don't. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say they're brainwashed. That's not what it is. It's a deeper problem. It's something internal. It's something within the inside that's going on with them. That's why I can't accept it. I know you're going to say you're going to say that outwash first, right? I'm looking at the inwash, right? That's what I'm looking at. What's internal inside of them, right? I remember I'm sitting here. I was sitting here telling some kids, right? And I start realizing like it's certain kids that I need to stop telling things to. Yeah. Thinking that I'm trying to help them and had to realize like you're better off telling a group of kids that have a community that's set up where it's not like set up like this, like a war zone, where these kids will actually listen to you. Start sad to say, bro, right? Sad to say, just being honest with you, sad to say, right? Sometimes you can outgrow your whole environment that you around, bro. Real spill. And that's some real shit. You can outgrow your whole environment that you're in consciously. And you're starting to understand, like, damn, bro. I mean, I done went to every level when it came to them. You know what I'm saying? I even went down to the kids, bro. And the kids, they just more looking at it like, oh, this is somebody to laugh at. Like, I'm like, damn, let me go ahead and take my intelligence to somewhere else, bro. Word, I'm all right. I'm all right. Damn. It's so bad you can't even say the kids in this shit. And I ain't gonna fight to. I ain't. Hell nah. If you ain't trying to get in the car, I ain't gonna make your ass get in there. Like, you ain't trying to get in? No, it's okay. You ain't gotta get in. So, certain rides is not it's not meant for certain people. But I ain't gonna force you into shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna do all that to you and shit. Hell no. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. I mean, that's how that is. I'm just like, nah, I ain't gonna fight you over that. You don't want to get in, then shit, that's on you, buddy. That has nothing to do with me, buddy. No, it don't. Had to use the restroom real quick.
Yo, this is another thing I wanted to say too, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this kid, but he always like I don't know what it is. This kid always come past my time frame every time, and it's like every year this been happening over and over and over. What's the one kid name? He one of my favorite. I ain't gonna even lie. I know you're gonna say no way he's one of your favorite. Like, there's a reason why that is. Okay, you gotta hear me out. What's the one kid name? What's his name? TK. Yeah. I know you look at me. What the fuck you know about TK, bro? I like the kid. I do. I do. I'm just being honest. That kid is very psychological. That kid, he's more than what you think he is. He is. He's not even doing what you think he is. They tried to really paint a bad picture about that boy, and they really tried him. They did something to him, bro. I know they did. This system, a lot of people say, no, they didn't. It's the evidence and all. Like, bro, you don't. Boy, if you knew this game for what I knew, you'll be like, oh God, this shit wicked as I told you, especially on kid. He was a kid, bro. He was kid. I don't know. He just been kind of ringing in my head lately. And I ain't knowing it because everything happened for a reason. But I've been listening to his music lately. And when I listen to him, I hear more than what people are thinking that he's saying. Yeah, he's not like when I'm listening to him, the average person, I'll even ask him, like, what you think he's talking about with this? They be like, oh, he's talking about this, and third. I'll be like, that's not what he's talking about. That's definitely not what he's talking about. That's what you're thinking he's talking about. He's definitely not talking about that. Yeah, that kid was talking about a lot of shit that you would be looking at him like, I thought he was talking about this. He's not even talking about that. Because a lot of people will say, nah, he was a badass kid. This, that, third. Like, mm. You remember that song that he got? She drink lemonade, I drink Lipton. Choppers put bullets in your system. What you think he was talking about? You see, he was talking about lemonade. That's something natural. Then he said choppers put bullets in your system. Do you know what he's talking about? He's talking to the system. When that kid said that, I was like, hold on, so, because I was sitting there smoking, I'm like, yeah, choppers put bullets in your system. And I'd be like really saying that shit, like really in that shit. And so I had to say, I was like, hold on, so now what? Choppers put bullets in your system. Oh, he's saying fuck the system. Why nobody didn't catch that? See? So I always ask, if you a kid and you go against the system, do you get crucified? Do you get destroyed? Yes, you will. This just how they like, bro. No way. I'm starting to understand the game. Like they try to crucify these kids. Yep, for being themselves because the system is afraid of them. Oh yes, system that's gonna try to contain their asses, throw their asses in prison, put a fake murder on these shit. Yeah, I don't feel like none of that shit was real. Because they could try to spiritually fuck your hard drive. Mm. But yeah, TK, I don't know what it is. TK, King Von, I don't know. I look at them different. I do. I don't look at them like everybody else look at them and shit. I just don't. Let me just see some of these comments real quick. Let me see. Bro said, I think all the disrespectful going now. Let me chill. I'm done. They was being disrespectful in there. Let me see what they were saying. I can't wait, bro. Look at King Will, bro. Bro, funny as fuck. Look at King in there. He like, yo, I can't wait till the UV rays hit like 10 plus this summer. See how many people be outside. Bro, tech. Bro, tech out. Bro came in here and flexed on the scene, and I didn't even know he flexed on the scene, bro. He just came in here. That's what I say. King Will, he'll fly right in this motherfucker. 'Cause I haven't seen him in a minute. But he'll fly right in this motherfucker. Right? And he'll say some real shit and then pop out. Like, that's how you know he a real one. He'll fly through this bitch like, hold on, I just came here to land on your shit real quick. It's your arc and shit. High tech data right here. Like, no way. He'll just say some high tech shit real quick. He'll say some high tech shit and then pop out the scene. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to King Will. Shout out to everybody. Real shit. For real, but he be saying some real shit. I've been knowing King Will. I ain't gonna say I like know him, but I've been knowing of him since TikTok. Yeah, if that's the same one, I've been knowing him since TikTok. He's like, bro, no way, since TikTok, bro, since 2020. I probably seen King Will up in there. Probably like he had to hit my time frame between 2020 going up to 2026. So he had to hit me somewhere early because everybody know like, nah, he was originally on TikTok at first. Yeah, he went viral many a times. You're like, bruh, running up on TikTok until what happened in 2020, the people minds was more open to new information and data they was. And then lockdown. Yeah, lockdown. People start locking their consciousness back down like, the fuck is this? Hell no. The company looking at it as banning all this content. So all the people that's talking about shit that's outside the third dimension, they like ban them all. Damn. Yup.